I, 24 years old, am a doctor who graduated from my med school last year only. Doctors here in India have a late start, and therefore I'm still dependent on my parents for my basic needs. This background I'm writing is to establish that I'm not someone who can take big risks or decisions for life which require finances and settling down in life. I met her 25 years old in my first semester at med school. We were both very innocent and honest. Neither of us had ever dated anyone before. She was my closest friend, and I was her only friend. We hung out for nearly a year, went on dates, and finally entered into a relationship when we felt the time was right. First love, first relationship, we were idolized by everyone around us. She had a very strong personality, could easily get offended, argue, or debate, expressing her feelings and displeasure. My best friend hated her and didn't respect her since day one. Even she never liked him but gave the relation a few chances because he was so close to me. But this guy always made her feel lesser and avoided talking to her. I had to intervene so many times to resolve things to maintain my mental peace. He was a popular alpha guy in our institute and was pretty good at getting almost all the women he ever wanted. We had a group of 9 to 10 members, and slowly over the years my girlfriend too became a part of it, but only as my GF. Around 4 years passed by, and we were stronger than ever. But this was the end of our course, and we all had to separate and depart to our respective cities. It was difficult, but I held myself pretty well, but she was shattered. She was so obsessed with me, would fall asleep after crying all night long for the first few weeks. Then a month later, this best friend of mine had given an exam for a foreign PG course, happened to be in her city post the exam. He wanted to explore the famous place, spending a weekend there. He invited everyone from our group who were around to spend time with him, including my GF. All 6 of them together rented an Airbnb for 3 days. I couldn't be there due to family restrictions and regretted it all the time. I talked to them every day, at every single time possible. They went to pubs, partied all night, ate out at the best cafes, etc., etc. Suddenly, post that weekend, my GF's behavior changed. We started having more fights and less resolutions. She cared lesser and lesser each passing day. We were going to meet each other at the graduation ceremony in a couple of months, so I ignored these events and was only excited to see her ASAP. We all met, and that was probably the last time I genuinely smiled or felt good about something. She broke me, wasn't even looking at me properly, as if I didn't exist only. She was good with others, having a great time, and here I was dying bit by bit from the inside. I noticed a lot, caught the signs, which were so obvious, but was busy begging to her for the attention and love I was imagining belonged to me. I tried my best to save the relationship, but she pushed me hard and far enough to finally end things between us, officially. The suffering began, and I was thinking about it all the time. Alone at my hometown, I was constantly in touch with my best friend who would listen to me and support me. He was the only person, the only friend I had. A few months later, my now ex planned a similar post-exam trip to my best friend's hometown, invited everyone around, except me. My best friend called me, but I again could not go due to the restrictions at home. Just when this trip ended, I got an anonymous call, telling me that my best friend and my ex had been hooking up for a while, and even at the time when we were dating. This completely broke me. The only 2 people whom I trusted and loved the most, shared all my pain and feeling with, were the ones cheating on me since all these months. I could see all those signs here and there, but couldn't care less to pay attention because how could that ever be possible? Obviously, both of them denied all of it. Others also knew about it, individually would confirm about it happening with little details, but nobody was talking or was ready for a confrontation. Nobody supported me because anyway there wasn't any evidence. No pictures or videos, no texts or confession recordings, only denial. Very quickly and swiftly everybody went ahead with their lives, and here I got diagnosed with severe depression. I started my medical treatment. It's been around 7 months and I still need it. I haven't been able to move on from all that betrayal till date. So many unanswered questions, and only imaginary assumptions as answers. Is this common? Your best friend, just for some fun, secretly playing with your life, ruining everything, and then leaving with zero accountability? not in contact with either of them or anyone from that group.